Microsoft has just unveiled some new plans and features for Windows 11, and that includes a new generative AI service. It's called Copilot. It will run across multiple devices, grabbing information from your PC and mobile phones. Microsoft's increased its embrace of AI after a $10 billion investment in ChatGPT. AI's integrations everywhere. Boston Dynamics, for instance, the robot maker. Now with Otto Group, one of the world's biggest e-commerce retailers, that has signed a deal. Spot and Stretch, I love the names, will be deployed in dozens of Otto's facilities over the next 2 years. The first time the robots have been deployed on such a large scale. Rob Playter is the CEO of Boston Dynamics. Rob, it's always good to see you. I will apologise in advance, sir, if I need to interrupt you because President Zelensky is at the White House. It's the nature of the beast, as I'm sure you understand. So robots and AI are now everywhere. Do we fully understand the range?
I think the range is just beginning. Robots with both mobility and intelligence, I think, could change almost everything. But we're really still at the beginning, I think, of a journey.
You see, you've got two sides of it. You've got the AI in terms of, if you're just online. But then what I love about Boston Dynamics is you actually turn all that into something physical that actually has to move and do a real job in a warehouse, which is why Otto's gone for you.
Yeah, well, we call that athletic intelligence. So the ability to move around and actually move stuff for a customer like Otto. That's our first customer that's bought 2 fleets of different robots. Spot for doing predictive maintenance and Stretch for moving things in the warehouse. And so we're really excited about that combination.
I was listening to an interview with some other CEO of some months ago, who basically said AI will be in every part of every bit of coding, every bit of software, and it's just a question of how one does it and does it responsibly. I mean, is AI now the thing wherever anybody is?
I think AI is going to enhance our ability to talk to these robots. It's going to make the robots understand their world better. But it's not completely infiltrated yet. There's a lot of stuff we're doing with traditional robotics techniques where the AI, might influence in the future, but that remains to be seen.
And as for the Massachusetts bill, an act to ensure the responsible use of advanced robotic technologies, as it rather pretentiously says. Now, you support this.
Absolutely.
And you support it even though it might, in some way in the future, hamper you?
Well, the robot business, we think, has great potential, but only if people trust these robots. And, we're sending products out in the world that have unprecedented mobility and their ability to come into, our places of work and even our homes. And so are people going to trust it? We think there needs to be regulation around the safe use of these robots so that people embrace it and adopt it into their daily lives. Yes, this might, there's defense applications. That's not our primary concern right now. We're really interested in growing business in industry.
What's the hardest part of getting a robot to do something that a human would do? And I don't just mean the programming of it. I mean the actual physical movement to get it as close as possible to human movement.
Dealing with uncertainty is sort of the trick these days. If you have a very controlled environment, robots can handle it. But we're trying to build robots that can adapt and work in places that already exist. And humans are great at that. That's what intelligence is about, making a robot so it can adapt and deal with maybe changing in color or a different size of an object or maybe a little different placement. That stuff's trivial for a human. That's the stuff we're working on for the robot. And that means the motions are not the same every single time. They're always adjusting and always adapting.
It's fascinating. Sir, I'm grateful to have had you on the program today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me back, Richard.